One. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about some of the big news that's going on in Orange County High School athletics, and certainly Dan and Carlos, one of the big topics that's happening right now is transfers. You know, we had a lot of transfer activity during the summer, and a great many of them have been turned down. And Dan, I know you've been sort of following the story pretty closely and talking to some of the coaches and the CIF Southern section about why so many of these transfer attempts have been turned down by the CIF Southern section. What's your feel for? We've seen so many turned away. I mean, modern day linebacker Todd Hunt, Chase Favreau, the quarterback who transferred to modern day to Edison. There's a zillion of them out there. It's pretty, and it's all happening like right before the game start.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys aren't going to be approved, before the game start this week.
Right.
There's going to be this could be ongoing. And it's been a hot topic, all off season. And as we're calling all these coaches, finding out who's playing where, why guys aren't showing up on their surveys, we're finding out about all these transfers. And the answer to your question, one of the big ones out there, Chase Favreau, the Edison quarterback, junior transfer from Mater Dei to Edison. He was rejected. His transfer was rejected based on the CIF deemed it as a athletically motivated transfer. And so there's some communication going on between Edison and CIF about that one. They're meeting, and we'll see what happens if they're going to reverse that. Or it's going to be appealed to a state level.
Right.
But this all kicked off with the biggest one of all was really Devontae Young.
Yeah.
Irvine, incredible freshman running back, and was worried he was going to go to Tustin. He had some discipline as part of that issues going on as well with that transfer.
Right.
But that was deemed athletically motivated, and there was a discipline issue.
Isn't every transfer athletically motivated anyway? I mean, how can you pick and choose which ones aren't and which ones aren't? Don't you think they're all?
I mean, come on, let's be honest. They all are.
Nobody transfers because of a French class or they
no,
have it in another school.
I mean, what? And there's a better,
agriculture or
home economics. I mean, come on.
Really.
But the thing is, it's weird that this year they're really clamping down on this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't remember this many guys getting shut down in a long time. And if it's going to be like this for football, what's it going to be like for basketball, where we know there's tons of transfers?
World out there.
Yeah.
Dan, something that I've seen in the past too is when first of all they're going to appeal it. First of all, you appeal to the Southern section. We're just appealing to the guys who turn you down anyway. So, but if they appeal to the state, I think the state really is going to let a lot of these go through. What do you think?
Well, you never know. It's hard to tell with the state. That's one organization maybe I don't have the best feel for as far as kind of have a better feeling for the Southern section.
Sure.
But you'll see some go that way. I mean, we already had, speaking of the state, I mean, in water polo, we had a big move in water polo was John Walters,
right.
Standout freshman, left Newport Harbor, went to Mater Dei. His was rejected for pre-enrollment contact with by CIF with the Mater Dei coach Chris Segisman. So and Mater Dei vowed to appeal that one all the way up to the state level. So Chase Favreau could be headed that way. You never know.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing that's going on out there with transfers. It's a crazy bit of business. We'll have something over on that pretty in depth at OCVarsity.com coming up later in the week. And something we're going to be covering here at OCVarsity.com all year long is we've got a couple really good coaches that are battling cancer right now. We've got Mark Cunningham, who's been putting up with the throat cancer stuff and all his treatments. Very difficult. He's been doing that for several months now. We really hope that.
Great guy at university for years.
University football coach, great guy, athletic director. Everybody knows Mark a great deal. And then Harry Welsh just recently was diagnosed with prostate cancer. At Santa Margarita, of course, he coached at St. Margaret's the last few years, state champion, CF championships, and sort of a legend up there in Canyon and Canada Country. Two guys that are battling cancer, and we'll be following their story all year long, and we all hope the best for Harry and Mark. And so we'll be following these stories, the transfers, and a lot of else going on here in the world of high school athletics at OCVarsity.com. We've got you covered.